Hey everybody, it's Shannon. I'm back. I'm winging it. I'm not getting a lot of feedback here, so we're gonna see what happens. Okay, we're gonna actually try a recipe that we tried a while back. Wasn't real happy with the end result. That is the granite seeded version of the maple flatbread pizza. I'm gonna call this the new and improved version. We shall see. And it's been recommended to me that we actually start from the very beginning so you can see what I'm doing. I can give you measurements and you can kind of see how it all comes together in the end. So stay tuned, it's going to be a fun day. The first thing that we're going to do, the base of this pizza, if you will, is the aioli sauce. And basically it's just mayonnaise, lemon juice, garlic, and salt and pepper. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it and get that going because it has to be refrigerated. We'll do that. And while that's cooking, I'm going to get the bacon ready and prepped. I've got a quick and easy, no cleanup kind of preparation for that, so stay tuned. The fun is only beginning. Thanks. And just doing a little basic math, since there's not a 3/4 cup measuring cup, we're going to go ahead and use half a cup along with a 1/4 cup to get a 3/4 cup of meal. I don't know if you guys are Hellman's folks or not. Since I've been here, I've kind of adapted to this. Back in Minnesota, place that I still call sort of my second home, we always use Miracle Whip. Same kind of difference, I guess. I don't know if it's just a difference in the tanginess or the sweetness. I've heard both. Either way, as long as we get good results, I'm happy. Half a cup. Fourth of a cup. You can always kind of eyeball this. Obviously half a cup, half of that would be a 1/4. So you can use the same measuring cup if you don't feel like doing those extra dishes. Anyways, taking out, this is the 1/4 a cup. Meal. Next thing we need is 3 cloves of garlic. And when I measured that out, I believe that a clove equals 1 teaspoon. So we're gonna get 3 teaspoons of garlic in here. I don't know about you folks, I just always think the jarred stuff, it's just so much easier. Less hassle. Some people would argue it's not as good. I beg to differ. I'm all about convenience. Okay, so we've got our 3 teaspoons of garlic. Next up is 2.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we're going to cheat just a little bit today. For this, I think it's permissible. So 2.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. We don't actually have half a tablespoon, so I'm going to improvise here by using the tablespoon and just filling it halfway. And it calls for 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll measure that up since salt can be overdone pretty easily. I'm going to grab my Morton's. It's got a little bit better pour factor. Remember when this used to be cheap? Doesn't seem like it was so long ago. You could actually get this for what, 29 cents? Latest I heard today, somebody was actually at the dollar store doing some pricing, and I think they said at the dollar store, Dollar General, it was 75 cents. So, just another sign of the times. Three-fourths of a teaspoon. Whoop, got half a teaspoon there. 1/4 teaspoon there. And it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper. I'm just gonna actually do this kind of eyeball it. Leave it at that. Okay, so we've got our ingredients for aioli. This is kind of what it looks like before the mix. We're just gonna take and whisk this all together. I guess I made this from scratch. Most of the stuff are things that you already have on hand. So it actually probably beats paying $3 for the squeeze container of it in the convent aisle. And you can kind of, the particular recipe I have, you can actually double it, triple it. This will make approximately 1/2 cup, which is what we need for today's recipe. So it works. Okay, got that all taken care of. This is what the finished product looks like. I'm just gonna kind of scrape up the sides a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it in a covered container so we can refrigerate it. Really slick trick. I actually learned this from an uncle, ironically enough, years ago. I guess he liked to make bacon, and when he would make his, he actually lined his cookie sheet with newspaper, which I guess works well. You can actually, when you're done with it, you just throw it away. Other recipes I've seen, and this seems to work equally well, is foil. So Ed was kind enough, as I said earlier, to line our cookie sheet, or jelly roll pan, I guess that's how they refer to this, with the foil we need. Okay, so we've got 7 pieces of the bacon here. Wash my hands, don't like that slimy greasy feeling. And then what we do with this, we've got it lined up nice and neatly. I'm gonna put it actually in a cold oven. We've actually got the oven positioned so it's on the middle rack, and then we're just gonna turn it on to bake, and it's gonna be at 400 degrees. Okay, so it's in the cold oven, 400 degrees. We're gonna set the timer for 20 minutes. I think for convenience sake, I'll just use my phone. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes, please.
20 minutes starting now.
Okay, that's just kind of an approximation. Sometimes when I actually look at it at 20 minutes, it seems like it needs another few more minutes, usually anywhere between another 3 to 5 minutes. So anywhere from 23 to 25 minutes total for the bacon. Hey everybody, back again. Okay, we're ready for the second half of the maple bacon pizza. I don't know if I showed you before, but in case I didn't, here's the finished oven baked maple bacon. You can see it turns out perfectly flat and just to a nice crispiness. And now we're going to get going on the actual pizza itself. I'm going to actually take off the bacon and put it on another. This is the Stonefire pizza crust by Nan. I've actually found in the past that these actually have a nice texture and serve as a good base for the pizza. So, not really sure. I think this actually makes 1 large pizza. And so I'm going to start out with just one of these and see how that works for us first. I'll start out with 2 teaspoons and see how that starts out for us. This is just going to be a thin coating, brushing it on this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up and prepare some of my other ingredients. I need to cut up my cherry tomato. Cut these in half. And this is probably the hard part. Everything else is pretty easy. As I said, it's a pretty basic ingredient. gonna start out with this amount first. And that was about 1/8 of a cup. We'll see how that goes. Seems like last time I made it, I think I kind of overdid it with some of the toppings, in particular the aioli sauce. So it seemed like it was a little rich for our liking, so I'm trying not to be quite so generous with that. Kind of switching up my tools here. Started out with the pastry brush and ended up with this. Okay, so that was a cup, and to me that looks pretty good. It doesn't look like I'm overdoing it. It's not drenched in sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and do this side exactly the same. Okay, I guess I'm putting in just a little bit less than 1/4 of a cup. Can always add more if we need to. Go ahead and put that on. And I'm not sure, I kind of like this way both the spoon and the brush worked, so we'll go both ways again. Oh, I must see myself. I think that looks pretty good, and even better than that, it smells quite delicious. Either that or I'm really hungry. I'm guessing it's probably a little bit of both. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna put just enough cheese on here to cover it. Don't want to overdo it because we're gonna actually be putting some more on the top of it. And there's actually enough, looks like, other ingredients. So it's not like we're actually going to be missing out on much here. Okay. Trying to fill in all the empty spaces here. Okay, next up. Got our luscious tomatoes. Okay, good. Me either. That's what happens when you cook when you're really hungry. Okay, so I put some bacon on. We're good with the bacon. I think that we're pretty well distributed so that there's going to be a good bacon flavor, tomato and cheese in every bite. I'm going to go ahead and wash up my hands. They feel kind of a cup on each pizza. Some right on top of the aioli. About 1/2 cup there on each pizza. Add the tomatoes and the bacon, and then just a little more on top. So we're going to put this in the oven for 5 minutes. Again at 425. A little extra cheese here. Side is kind of crying out for more, so okay. Pizza's in the oven. We're going to set another 5-minute timer. The cooking time on this is actually only 10 minutes total, so should be good to eat in just a couple minutes. Stay tuned. So, there's the second timer. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, see where things are at. Voila! That looks pretty good. What do you think, folks? Almost like Granite City. They actually put theirs on a triangle-shaped pizza crust, which is kind of pretty. So, okay, it looks like we're in good shape. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of the fresh basil on there. Oh, Oh, that's actually kind of pretty. It's got the red and the green. I'm thinking this is kind of nice. Oh, pretty happy with the results. What do you think? Kind of a pretty pizza, right? I think this is actually looking a little nicer than the one that I made before. So hopefully this new revised version of the granite seeded maple bacon pizza pleases our palates. And I'm gonna, after I return, I'll kind of go over the recipe again. I'll give amounts and you can take it from there. Hopefully this is good. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, folks. Take these off because we don't want them to stick, so. Do things the right way here, right? Let's use a spatula. Feels like there's a good crispiness. I think I'll put this one here. And I might bring the other one over to the other side, let it cool off a little bit. But so far, I'm liking the results. Hopefully it tastes good. We shall see. Hey everybody, we're back again. Just wanted to let you know we're here dealing with the finished product. I'm going to let Chef Ed go ahead and cut our slices, and we'll get back to you before the night is up. Give you a review. Again, this was a new, improved, and hopefully much better tasting than our last granite seeded pizza. So, anyways, we'll talk to you soon, folks.
Boy, these pizzas look good. Okay, Shannon, let's eat. I'll adjust the camera. Shannon, say goodnight to you. There you go.
Okay. This is it, folks. I think that this is going to be a winner. And don't forget, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed. Tell your friends about us too, okay? Hope to see you soon.
All right. Good night, everybody.